have to like go like this the whole time, then you here you go, May. And I'll be like, hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video on being a vegan. I haven't been a vegan for that long. There's people here on YouTube that have been a vegan for about 10 years, maybe 8, maybe 5. I've been a vegan for maybe 1.5, close to 2. I just wanted to talk about my journey, what it's like being a Latina and being a vegan, because those two things do not mix. They do not mix, just like boiling water and going outside without a mask. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you about my initial experience, and if you're trying to be a vegan, give you some tips on how to get started, especially if you love flavor like me, because I am flavorful. Okay, that was too much, but what I'm saying is I love flavor. It's hard for anyone at first to get something started that's really different than what they've done their whole lives. I'm with you. I know what it's like. So I'm gonna tell you my little stories of how I got started and how you can get started, and give you some chefs and people that you can check out to get some ideas on how to cook and what to cook. Because that's really, once you get that, you okay. You're gonna live. I got started being a vegan, and this is very hazy because I've never liked meat. Never in my life. Growing up, I really hated touching meat. I really hated smelling it. Ugh. I think about it now and I'm like, ugh, bacala is really yuck. I don't understand why anyone would want to eat that. And my mom, she would spoon feed me. She'd be like, mondongo. It's like, what is it called? I'll put the name in English here. But she would be like, here you go, ma'am. Here you go, May. And I'll be like, but I would just spit it out, and she would like feed me that spit out food. It was traumatizing to say the least. Traumatizing. I can't do that again. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a vegan growing up. Let me just say, such a thing as you refuse to eat meat. Like, I was told that I had to eat it. It was difficult for me becoming a vegan because I love my flavors, all kinds of flavor. But when I was eating meat, I preferred my meat, which is my chicken, to be burned to the crisp, like burnt, like it was dark black. I would love it if it extracted all the flavoring of the chicken itself, because I hated it so much that I just wanted it to be like, taste like burnt. Taste burnt, that's great for me, because I didn't want to taste it. Yeah, I really hated chicken soup. Oh, that was like, how do I describe the flavor? It's just chickeny. You smell it at the same time. I don't know how to explain that flavor. But yeah, I really hated that flavor. And I'm glad I'm the chef of my food. I'm never gonna eat that again. Not if I can help it, and I can help it. How did I start being a vegan? And like I said, it's very hazy. My sister and I were doing a challenge. I won the challenge. Did I say that I won? I won the challenge. She's not a vegan right now, and I think she quit like a month into it. I don't think she could handle it. And I think it's mostly because we're not aware of what is possible for veganism. Like, we are not aware of the various things that we can do to make foods vegan and taste good. Like, growing up, my mother fed me vegetables. Yeah, she boiled them. I had some boiled vegetables, like carrot boiled, broccoli boiled, but nothing like baked or nothing like sauteed. So yeah, my experience with vegetables at first was horrible. Like, my first experiences of having vegetables were not the experiences I have now. So that makes a difference in what you think in terms of what's good. What I've learned being a vegan right now is that you don't necessarily have to eat the vegan meats, as they call it. You can just create vegetable dishes that contain all the nutrients that you need, a grain in them, because I like grains, and protein from like a bean, a vegetable like kale, just to mix it up and have what I think is a full meal full of nutrients, usually. Let me just talk about one of my first experiences being a vegan. Because I'm not unlike you. I'm not special. I just did this like trying to be, and I'm not special. Veganism was just as difficult for me as it is for a lot of you guys. So there was one day when I didn't have anything to eat, and it was like 4 o'clock. I was literally dying. I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know what to cook. I don't know how to cook it. I didn't know what else I could have that day. It just like my mind just went blank or something because I didn't know what I could eat. And I texted my friend who's a vegan. That's great. Just get some vegan friends, guys. So I texted my friend. I'm like, I don't know what to eat. I'm out of ideas. Like, I don't know what to eat. He's like suggesting things. Oh, you can eat this, you can eat that. I'm like, I don't have that. I need something now. So that's when I learned that you have to be prepared. As a vegan, you have to be prepared because not everyone is gonna have the food that you eat. And there was one time where I wasn't prepared because it was different. I'll tell you later, but it was a different kind of time. But yeah, you have to be prepared. So now I prepare my meals every day. Sometimes I do it once a week so I can have my meals ready for work. Right now, I do it. I have maybe 4 out of the 5 meals per day. That is the same meal for lunch. For dinner, I usually make a smoothie just because I'm running in the evenings, and that's like a meal replacement. And I have snacks. I have snacks throughout the day. I have sometimes fruits. I have bars, different kind of snacks that I could, I can have a whole video on the snacks I eat because I eat a lot of snacks. I'm a snacky person. But yeah, I used to eat a lot more, but now that I'm not lifting, everything changed, so I'm not eating as much as I used to. But yeah, you don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to eat vegan meats in order to be vegan. Sounds. The sounds here. I'm sorry you have to hear that. But yeah, I don't like eating soy-based products because first, they're bad. Once you eat a lot of it, they're bad for you. Second, they make me really bloated. So if you want me to walk around and have to like go like this the whole time, then you give me some soy because that's what's gonna happen. That's what happens every time. So I do have soy products, but not as much as I would like because of that. Especially when I'm around people. I can't have that when I'm around people. Life is different because people are different with you. Whenever I say I'm vegan, people think I'm like an alien with like little. She said vegan. She's an alien from outer space. Yeah, people think I'm an alien from outer space. I'm trying to help the earth. I'm trying to help myself. I'm trying to help the animals. Don't you see? Don't you see? So people try to convince me too that being a vegan is not good for my health. But how about you not eating all your veggies? Is that good for your health? I mean, I heard some stories about people being like constipated. I was constipated the whole time that I wasn't vegan. Not only does veganism help you with like eating fiber, but also with drinking water. Not only am I drinking more water now, but also a lot of the fruits and vegetables have a lot of water content, which is good for your skin. And on the topic of skin, my skin has changed dramatically. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I used to be spotty dotty. That's my spotty dotty everywhere. And I'm not saying it's perfect now, but it used to be horrible and dehydrated. And I'm happy that I changed my lifestyle and that, I don't longer eat dairy, because that dairy is really not good for you. And not only me, I was intolerant. I was still having ice cream. That's the only thing I enjoyed about being. And now with like Van Leeuwen, which I love Van Leeuwen ice cream, I'm like, I don't really miss the ice cream. Van Leeuwen did it for me. I'm like, I'm set. In terms of cooking the food, what I learned is that for me, as a Latina and being used to all these flavors, that I have to put these flavors in my food in order for me to make it taste good. And also have to try different styles of cooking. Have to saute, bake, have to steam vegetables, like different type of combination of vegetables together to fusing different foods, fusing different styles and international styles with like American style of eating and Latino all together. That makes me have like a full experience, flavorful experience. Let me say this flavor. I can think about it and like, it's great. Here are a few recommendations if you're starting your vegan journey. Here we are. Plan ahead. You won't always need to do that, but if you're starting out, I recommend it. Second tip is, if you're making food, put flavors in your food like garlic and cilantro and salt and pepper. Make sure you do the same things as you would cook meat. Also, go to restaurants, because they will show you different ways of cooking things that you've never experienced before. They mix things differently, so that you get an idea of what is possible. I recommend a few YouTubers. Vegan Bodega Cat, she does reviews of different restaurants, and she takes it out and she tells you how much it costs. She's really good. She's really lively, so I recommend watching her channel. Where I live is a girl who's a vegan, and she cooks. Her channel is not about cooking, but she cooks her meals, and you get to know what it's like to be a vegan from day to day. Caitlin Shoemakers, I like her channel because she cooks really normal foods, and also she makes them cheap, so that you don't waste your money. I have a love for soul food, so if you love soul food, check out Sweet Potato Soul, because she makes it so that you can eat things that are southern, and it doesn't have to have all this bad things in it, or like it really just tastes good. So I recommend this. What I like about is the style of eating really simple foods but elevated. Avant-garde to me is another elevated chef. If you want to try different flavors together, I totally recommend him. And lastly, by Chloe, and I really recommend going to the restaurants. I love her desserts. If you like regular desserts, you're gonna love vegan desserts. Totally recommend her. Anyway, this is it for me. I am done. I am done sweating. I am done sweating my ass off for this. Thank you for watching, guys. I love you so much. I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week, or you'll see me next week. I won't see you unless you have a channel, but you'll see me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.